good.
Oh, hey guys, how are you?
Hi, hello.
Welcome to Coffee or Tea, presented by bUneke magazine. I'm Imari, the vegan.
She is.
Yes.
I'm McKenzie. I'm not a vegan, but I'm learning.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm also a vegan. And we have a special guest, Joe Rock from WMMO is with us today.
Also not a vegan.
Yeah. We'll work it.
That's going to be a tough one. I'm just saying.
We're up to the
I've
challenge.
converted many, so no.
Wow. My goodness. All right. Well, it is called Coffee or Tea. No phones allowed. So
Yeah, so.
y'all put your phones away. I'm going to keep mine out because we do have a very special message. But let's get coffee or
Coffee or tea first.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
right.
right. What would you like?
I personally love coffee, always. So I will take coffee.
How about you?
I'm usually down the middle, so today I'm going to go with spearmint tea.
All right, spearmint tea.
Nice.
For the voice.
Yes.
I mean, you've got a very smooth voice, so I
Yes.
imagine it's working.
Yes.
I am going to do iced coffee today.
Ooh, she likes it cold.
Yes.
I'm also a tea person. I'm going to go with a chai tea.
All right. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay. And
Magic!
oh, magic.
Did you like that, Joe?
Very much so. Very much so.
Very cool, right?
All right. Well, like I said, we do have a very special, wow, I really can never talk. Special message from somebody who's very, very close to our hearts, but is living quite far away at the moment. So I have a message from Miss Anna East, who's in Japan right now. So let's just take a look.
Howdy, howdy, hi, it's Anna, and I'm here in Japan, and I just wanted to chime in really quickly. I wish I was there with you all because I love this topic, and it's something that I've definitely thought about a lot lately. Especially living alone, you kind of start to really hear yourself, and you hear your own thoughts and what needs some love and what you've really healed from too. So for me, self-love, I don't think it's selfish at all. Oh my goodness, it is the opposite, because the more that you're able to really tune in and learn to love yourself, it's impossible to really love someone else fully the way that they need to be loved until you can learn how to love yourself in that same exact way. I always like to think about it as holding my own hand, and really helping myself get through things. And one way I've seen it manifest into my life now is that my surroundings really tell a lot about how I'm treating myself. So if my apartment is a mess, it means that I am not respecting myself enough to keep my space clean. Because when I have visitors over, I keep it very clean. It's out of respect. When people are visiting me for longer periods of time, I keep my apartment immaculate. But when I'm by myself, I start to let it slip by the wayside, and I don't keep it as clean. And things as simple as making my bed and making sure the sheets are actually straight underneath the top layer is a way of cleaning out those little things inside of us that don't feel good, and making sure we really actually pay attention to them and sort them out before we get to the bigger things. So even sweeping, sweeping is a metaphor of sweeping yourself out, sweeping things clean. It's all kind of hand in hand. So for me, I'm finding one way, instead of face masks are also a form of self-care, of course, but it's in the way that Megan described in her article. It's so much deeper than just taking a long bath. That's a part of it, but it's really listening to yourself, tuning in, and really holding your own hand and loving yourself through things, because at the end of the day, you've got you and I've got me, and that's what we have. I wonder what you guys all think, so let me know. I can't wait to see. Love, love, love. Love from me, love to you, love for everybody. Bye.
Wow. Okay, that was really deep.
Inspiring words.
Wow, that's an amazing topic to talk about. Okay, so now my phone's going away.
Good.
Bye guys, bye Anna. So self-love, and is it selfish? I agree with Anna. I do not think it's selfish at all to love yourself.
Yeah. I spent a long time after my last relationship being single, and at first I was really upset and sad, but then as Anna was saying, it was holding your own hand, which I thought was really cool, because it's just making sure that you're putting yourself first. And before I even entered into another relationship, I made sure that I spent a lot of time just loving myself, going to a movie and by myself, and going on a jog by myself, and just being okay with being alone, because I know a lot of people struggle with, especially like just jumping into relationship after relationship because they have this fear of being alone. But I feel like if you take some time to self-love, I don't think it's selfish at all, because you're taking care of yourself first. You're holding your own hand, and I think that's really important, that everybody discovers that love of themselves first.
But I think it comes in different ways. Like for me, I lived alone for 8 years before my wife and I moved in together.
Wow.
And when we moved in together, all of a sudden I had 2 stepchildren. Now, granted, my stepson was the youngest. He was 18 at the time that we moved in together.
Right. Okay.
So I went from living alone from 8 years and learning how to care for myself under those circumstances to all of a sudden being in a house full of people and being like, okay, now I have to learn how to let other people know this is what I need to do to take care of myself, so back off.
Yeah. All right.
No, that is really important. And it's hard. It's really hard to take a step back and realize what you need for yourself and what you need from other people, and what you don't need to, because that's really important as well. And like for me, I actually was traveling internationally for 6 years, and that was my time of being single, finding myself, doing what I needed to do to fill my cup, so that way now it's overflowing and I can give those extras to someone else.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No, that makes
it
a lot of
absolutely
sense.
so much sense.
One of my favorite quotes is that you cannot pour from an empty cup. So I'm glad that you just said that. If my cup is empty, I can't pour into Joe, I can't pour into Chloe, I can't pour into you. I can give you nothing. If you're sad and I come over and I'm sad with you, like we're not going anywhere. But if I've taken the time and the opportunity to make sure that I'm filled up, I'm having a great day, I can share something with you that's going to make you feel better, then I'm able to be more helpful to you than if I come and join your pity party, which sometimes it's easy to do, like to be empathetic.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, like when you heal yourself, then you're able to heal other people. So I think that's super important.
Yes.
And Anna also did mention something about when she can tell when she's not taking care of herself because her room's not clean.
Right. Don't talk to me about my room right now. Yeah, no. She was saying that, and I was like, it's so bad. Like, my comforter's made on my bed, but like she said, she's underneath. There's not. There's not. Yeah. There's a basket of laundry. I mean, like this week has been crazy with work and everything, but it's amazing how even just taking a couple minutes of the day to just straighten up and make it doesn't even have to be like completely neat and organized, but just clean and organized.
But that's different for everybody, because for me, I don't necessarily care about a made bed, but my wife has made it very clear to me. No, it's part of her taking care of herself. She's made it clear to me that, hey, you know what? This is something that's important for me for the day. So it used to be that she left for work before I did, and then I was left home alone, and I would just leave and the bed would stay the way it was. And she was like, look, this is important to me. This makes a difference in my day. And so because she drew that clear boundary, I had the choice to either respect it or disrespect it. And I chose to respect it because it was safer for me.
But that kind of goes along with, and I'm a huge advocate for the 5 love languages. I think they've completely changed my life, my relationships, my family relationships, just everything across the board. And I mean, so there's physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, and acts of service. And like, so your wife, clearly like the acts of service, she appreciates that so much. And like that, I respect that too. Like that is amazing that you've been able to recognize that, because not a lot of people can, and that's what ruins a lot of relationships, and then confidence goes down, and then self-love dissipates. Right. And then you have to kind of start from the bottom.
Well, I think that with the 5 love languages too, that's something that you can practice with yourself, like you know, and like all those different things that you can, you know, like that you can make sure that you know are putting those things into your own life and practicing them in your own life.
They actually have the 5. So there's the 5 languages book, but then there's the one for the single people.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So there is specifically ways
did not know
to do that.
That's really cool.
But there's the very old saying that goes perfectly in line with that: is you can't love somebody else if you can't love yourself.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
It's super
That is
important.
so true.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in today. We want to thank Joe Rock and WMMO for joining us as well. It's been amazing having you here.
Thank you very much for having me. I had a great time.
And then I forgot to eat these, but I'm very excited because because Starbucks on OBT brought us vegan treats today. Oh, and they're dropping off. But they are delicious.
And of course, we want to give a very big thank you to bUneke magazine for presenting Coffee or Tea. This was a really juicy topic.
And thank you for Anna for giving us our topic today, really.
We love you.
Yes, we miss having you here so much, and we hope you're having an amazing time in Japan. So I'll come visit sometime very soon. Yes.
There you go. And if you want to find out what's going on with me, you can check me out on social media. All my accounts are the same: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Joe Rock WMMO. And you can check out my daily video feature that I do, Rock on Rock.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rock 'em rock. Sorry. But along with that, if you love what we're doing and want to support us, please head on over to all forms of social media where you can like,
You can comment.
You can subscribe.
You can share.
hey, there you go. Yes, and let us know what you want to hear from us next. Yes, have a good day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna have the non-vegan one.
Dun, dun, dun. It's war.